Hey guys, this video is going to be about my memory chest that I was doing throughout all of 2014. I was basically writing out my memories, my good memories and some of my bad ones, or less good ones, and then folding them up and putting them in my little treasure chest thing that I keep by my bed. And I decided that I would go through them on New Year's Eve and have, me reading them out to you guys on camera. So there's a lot of raw footage for this, so this is going to probably not end up being put up on tonight when I'm recording it, which is New Year's Eve still. And will probably end up going up on the 2nd of January instead, because it's just so much footage to go through. I've shaken all of them up a lot so that it's all a bit mixed together, rather than just being the most recent ones on the top. So I can have a bit more variety. 36 days until I go down to see Libby. In February I went down to see Libby, and before that, like every other time that Libby's either come up here or I've gone down there, I've done a bit of a countdown in the memory chest. Each day, from about 40 days usually, I counted down until I saw her. Cleaned the walls of my room of mold/damp. Well, that was an experience, certainly. Started listening to podcasts, including Welcome to Night Vale, Fourth Wave Feminism, and Women of Marvel. This was really the catalyst for me starting to do my own podcast. So that's quite a good one for me, I think. Just got the joke from Discworld about Rosie Palm. I'm so naive, or was so naive at least. Rosie Palm is a reference to A Date with Rosie Palms, and if you don't get that, go look it up if you're not too young. Watching Monty Python and the Holy Grail with Libby, and she fell asleep during it. Oh, love. If you're watching this, then you remember this, probably. Falling asleep during watching Monty Python and the Holy Grail and snuggling on the sofa. Good times. Made and uploaded my 14th Vader video. So I ended up doing Vader and Vido, and every time I made a video for them, I would write it down. So it was something every day for those days. Coming up for an idea for a modern fantasy story involving Zeus hanging around airports and discovering flights going down, and it being a cult's fault involving a ritual to create/control cloud beasts. I still want to finish writing that, but that was in February as well, and I need to get back to it at some point. Won 20% off a purchase at Hawkins Bazaar, and bought Drinking Tumble Tower. Basically, drink Jenga. Every time you take a bit out of the Jenga tower, it's got a forfeit on it, and you have to drink so much. I don't drink, but I'm going to use it with Fizzy or something. Helped Dad with flyer designs for Cruden Bay Training Limited. My dad went self-employed this year, so I helped Dad with I helped him with flyer designs for his new training company. Reorganised my whiteboard to show a to-do list for media. So I've had that up for a while where it's over there, where it's got my reading, the things I'm currently reading, watching and doing, things that I've got to read and things I've got to watch, TV I'm going to watch, things I'm going to write, podcasts I'm going to record, and videos I'm going to make. So this one is on there at the moment, this video that I'm doing at the moment. Recruited Shana in Marvel Avengers Alliance. Marvel Avengers Alliance is a Facebook game that I play, yeah I know, and I put in a memory every time I recruited a new hero in it, or did something that I was really excited about in it, so yeah. Breakfast at DiMaggio's with Libby. I had a 5-piece breakfast, she had a pastry and a Capri Sun. Had all the YouTube lesbians and female bi/pan explained to me by Libby, so a whole load of the rather more well-known YouTube lesbians, like Rose and Rosie and Katie and Ailish and a few others. Libby's a big fan of them, so she was explaining them to me, and I got into quite a few of them when I was watching. Had a moment in the car with Dad where I realised I was failing at imagining people complexly, resolved to do better. Making Libby smile by saying, "Be a duck," then kissing her when she pouts. So cute to do. Accidentally patted Sophie's friend Emma on the head thinking that she was Sophie. My sister Sophie, I ended up patting her on the head a fair bit, and I just went through the room and assumed that the person sitting there was my sister, and I patted her on the head, and then I saw my sister, and was like, who did I just pat on the head? Turned round, it was her friend Emma. Did the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. It was a bracing start to the day. Uncle Richard and Aunt Karen gave me an awesome pocket watch for my birthday. There that is. Mum made me a bacon sandwich for lunch. I love my mum. Reached 50,100 words in my NaNoWriMo. I won 3 days early. Working out my personal commitments for 2014 to be shown in a video. Well, I not only did those throughout, I kept on going through them throughout the year, and I'm going to put a link here to the video that I'm also doing today, where I am talking about how they've gone throughout the year. My year in review in my commitments. Becky told me that she wishes that we could befriend ourselves because she thinks I could use a James Hyman at that time. He's an amazing friend. It's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. My friend Becky. She's a lovely person. Marvel announcements for Avengers Infinity War, Black Panther, Captain Marvel, Doctor Strange, and more. Started a Scrabble game with Becky on Facebook and got a bingo on the first move. I was so proud of myself for that. Shame we never actually finished that game. Made cookies. Brilliant. Third batch. Went to the Lighthouse Museum and saw the room where Grandpa proposed to Grandma. And I didn't know that before, but that became really important to me because I hadn't known that before. Recorded the first episode of Nerd We Say More, Doctor Who Season 8. My podcast. Link to it in the description. Played board games with Kelsey and Gregor. The Three Commandments, Get Bit, Zombie Dice, Cthulhu Dice, Cards Against Humanity and Gallifrey, and Gloom. Bear Grylls! Dreamt up an idea for a tabletop card game based around dreams. That's something that I'm thinking I'm going to make a priority going forward in this year. Making me and Libby laugh by pretending to blow her up like a balloon by kissing her. So cute. Being absolutely awed at the Iron Throne cake that Mum made for my birthday. I'm going to put an image of that up here. Dinner at TGI Fridays with Dad and Libby, even if Dad was super embarrassing. If not for Sits, why is it made of warm? Started reading The Magicians by Lev Grossman. Review here. My character in Numenera got turned into Cat Stalin by a sentient mustache. Dancing quite a lot at the Kaylee at NYA 2014. Better cardio than the gym. Libby booked us both tickets to the Doctor Who prom in Glasgow in May 2015. It's gonna happen. Filmed my Project for Awesome 2014 video. Editing it on the train tomorrow, which did happen and it went up on time. NYA 2014, in my father's house. Picnic on the beach with Libby. Auntie Pia in a Skype call on Dad's phone after Uncle D and the boys had left, calling Benedict Cumberbatch Bernard Cumberbatch. Bought a new camera, picking it up tomorrow. My NaNoWriMo winner shirt arrived same day as I was recording the relevant podcast. Finished Eleanor and Park with Libby for Skype Book Club. 5 stars. Loved it. Brilliant. Nothing ever ends. Finished season 4 of Legend of Korra. Korrasami forever! Set up the Aberdeen City and Shire Nerdfighter group on Facebook and had it on the official map for nerdfighteria.com. Yeah, that happened. My set of the UK edition of Cards Against Humanity arrived. Making Libby laugh by impersonating Dr. Zoidberg. Zombie Robert Burns followed me on Twitter. Went to see the 100-year-old man who climbed out a window and disappeared with Libby in our fancy clothes for our anniversary. Started reading the webcomic Questionable Content. It's really, really interesting, so I really recommend it. And I'll put a link to it here, in the description. Felt so in love with Libby that I really needed to put it in here, on the 24th of October. To do a reading on Remembrance Sunday, I got a 108-year-old authorised version home with me. Rather awestruck at that. got a signed and illustrated copy of Young, Talented, Exploited by Yatu. Libby sending a picture of a Hoover called James with the message, "I didn't realise you were a shapeshifter." Having a bubble bath after a long, stressful day. Age of Ultron trailers. Greg's glowing blue and awesome, and you're just a prat. Lindsay at the game on that day. Having a laugh with Dad and Sophie over replacing a word in movie titles with haggis. Did a video about this, link here. Saw the last episode of Team Hypercube's playthrough of Dokapon Kingdom. Christina was robbed. Seeing Libby's face light up when I gave her my Valentine's Day card and present, a necklace with a Lord of the Rings love quote bought from Etsy. Passed driving theory test at last. 4th time lucky! Started my novel for NaNoWriMo 2014. Robbery, supposedly impossible, from a high-tech bank and journalism. The view of Bristol at night from the plane. Beautiful, but not as beautiful as Libby. Met Prince Edward, 2 ladies in charge of Netball Scotland, the Warden of Gillis and the Archbishop of Edinburgh at the palace reception at GA. Read a piece of Esther's fanfic, Harry and Ron in the Death Chamber, to Libby as a bedtime story. R.I.P. Captain. He was the little dog who was the shop mascot for the comic book shop I went to. And he's been replaced by Vesper. Well, not that you can really replace Captain, but, like, he's been replaced. They've got a new dog as well. Mum and Dad got me a cool dragon mask from Venice. Tabletop day. Libby won zombie dice, Kelsey won Cthulhu dice, I won Cards Against Humanity and Bananagrams, Gregor won Munchkin, and we beat Pandemic together. First time ever! Calling Libby a Dorito for kissing me when she had just eaten a weird-tasting taco roll crisp. Walk to the seals on Newborough Beach with Mum, Sophie, Grandpa, Uncle Richard and Libby. Turned 21. Ah! Jon Snow knows nothing of Pompeii, let alone of Westeros. Possible cool vlogging friend Whoa Chloe commented on one of my videos. Dog! Got 19 downloads of the first episode of Nerd We Say More in one day, November 15th. Joined Instagram. Caught up to the most recent episode of Supernatural. I got caught up entirely. I'm behind again now because Dad's still taking a while to do Supernatural Season 10, but I was caught up at that point. Libby got glasses and looks super cute. Played Cards Against Humanity after the NYA 2014 Kaylee. And balls! Rewatched Pitch Perfect with ironing. Excellent. Laura's kids, Lachlan and Isla, putting out one of my cookies that I gave them for Santa. Libby saying, I want to go to Comic-Con, really cutely. Meeting Vesper, the cutest puppy ever. Being thrashed by Libby at Pizza Party while she was waking up from a nap. Pizza Party's this little dice game thing that my parents got to take with them and they forgot, so we played it while they were in Italy. And it was so fun, but Libby was still asleep, and she thrashed me. Picnicked with Libby in Union Terrace Gardens. Also, people watched and told each other stories about people, including such classics as Angry Drunk Exiled Greek Guy, Waistcoat Bloke, and Yellow-Topped Lesbian. Receiving a big cheesy card, which was lovely, a D20-shaped TARDIS dice bag, and a poster with superpowers and who has them on it from Libby for Valentine's Day. Finished NaNoWriMo with 51,635 words. Gotta finish writing, though. Mine and Libby's 1-year anniversary of beginning to go out. Mum said that the joke on my Mother's Day card to her, about being the person I am due to her and claiming it was her fault, was the best compliment I had ever given her. Watching a streamed copy of Frozen with Libby. Do you wanna build a snowman? Of course there's another 2 or so to go in there about New Year's Eve and all that, which is today when I'm recording this. So there's 1 or 2 more, mainly about me finishing Vlogvent and doing other videos and stuff, so that was most of my major, or at least entertaining memories from 2014, and I will just show you the pile of the memories that there actually were. There was quite a lot, and I will just show you that now. These are all of the memories. These are all the ones I wrote out. And I took about 4 or 5 hours to actually go through them all. So, yeah, that happened. The comment question for this video is, what are the best memories that you have of 2014? Tell me in the comments below.
Again, Happy New Year, and I hope that you enjoyed this video and that you remember to like and share it and subscribe to my channel. Click on the thumbnails above to see other videos by me, including the first video in my Vlogvent playlist, which was a thing I did, and my New Year's commitments for 2015 that I'll be doing monthly updates for throughout the year. Bye.